We had a total of 3,835 entries in this event, which created an overlay of $2,417,000 and a prize pool of $40 million. $40 million.
Just shy? How do you reflect on that?
Well, I mean, I look at the entire festival here, and we're truly happy. I mean, we set a very big stretch goal, and we set it because we wanted to bring value to the players, and players has gotten the value for that. We had a massive, of course, prime event that exceeded our expectations. But I've been saying, for months now that this is a real goal. This is a real stretch goal. We could miss it by a few $1 million, and we would still say, if the players responded and said, this is the type of tournament they wanted to play in, that we'd succeeded. And in that sense, I feel like, I feel like we hit it out of the park.
We've spoken previously about growing poker and growing the WPT World Championship as a franchise, as a brand, and I feel like you've accomplished that. Where do you go from now, from here?
Yeah, well, you continue to grow you take a franchise like this at the World Championship, and as it gets bigger, and it was substantially bigger than it was last year, you're going to continue to attract international players and casinos and other groups who are sending people. And so what you're going to get is more international participation. And that's something that the WPT always wanted when it came to its championship events, and never was able to achieve at this level. Now I do think that we're able to see it, and it's evidenced during this tournament.
Player experience has been hyped up across the board, every single event, every single satellite. A word on the Wynn, fantastic property and fantastic hosts for such an iconic event.
Well, thank you, and thanks for the support. And I honestly, the biggest contributor was, we really do take player feedback seriously. We're always reviewing that. We're putting it in our group threads. This is always something that we're reviewing. I think you saw it in the changes that happened here. This was an even smoother event than last year, and last year was, fortunately, one of those great things for the World Poker Tour. But I do think I feel like we're partners with the players, and together we've made it much better.
For every Ivey that joins the field, there is a Club WPT qualifier. For every Hellmuth, there is a WPT Global qualifier. Yes. Touching on the satellite qualifiers, there are more opportunities than ever, and that's evident in the size of the field.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you had such a number from a WPT Global. WPT never had that outlet before, and you're going to continue more with that. You mentioned Club WPT. Club WPT sent over 100 qualifiers to the festival, which was great because they're such a positive and supportive group of people. It's nice to see players at every level feeling like they can participate, and truly now having a system where players can feed into the World Poker Tour and find that there are many places. There were so many casinos across the world who sent players, and we couldn't be more appreciative. But I really felt the international flavor this year, even more than last year.
Wouldn't be an interview if I didn't put you on the spot with one tricky question.
Yeah.
Next year, 40 mil, 50 mil?
So we review every year what it is that we're going to say that is going to be our focus to continue to improve. So that means taking player feedback, and it also means reviewing and thinking what we're going to do. So I'm not going to preview that because it would be irresponsible for me. But what I will say is what I have been saying, which is this is a long-term project for the World Poker Tour. We continue to build this franchise to see it come at this level, and where it is, and where the World Poker Tour has come, is in my 2 decades with the World Poker Tour is the best thing that I've seen, and I'm very happy.